Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Grandpa.
Hi, I'm Tyler.
I'm Albert.
And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. Today is a day that I normally do not film, but it's a special day, so I'm filming. As you guys have already seen, we have got a big job going on. We are working on harvesting our silage. Every year it seems like we're raising more and more cattle, so silage is something that's just necessary to have around. It's one of our main feed sources through the winter. So a lot of our time has been wrapped up in getting set up this morning, but now we're finally cutting. And even though we're cutting, as you can see behind me, the farm market has been very, very busy. So there is still vegetables that need to be harvested. So while most of us have been setting up for cutting and bagging silage, Matthew has been working on harvesting vegetables, and he got some beautiful bell peppers that he just brought home. And since a lot of the boys are gonna be running around in tractors all day for lunch, we just went out and we got subs. So everybody gets their own sub today. And what are you working on?
Pickled eggs.
Woohoo! Now, since we're chopping silage today, we have a very busy schedule to keep. Daniel and Joel are gonna constantly be running wagons back and forth. Fortunately, the dairy farmer where we get all our cattle from, his name is Jeff. He is actually chopping our silage for us, which allows us to move a little bit quicker. And then Dad is gonna be here at home, and he's constantly gonna be running the bagger. At the moment, everything is running really smoothly, and because of that, we constantly have new wagons that are showing up. So when we get this job finished today, that's gonna make us all very happy. I had a little time between loads, so I wanted to come out and see how everything was going. And from what I've seen from the air, that chopper is making quick work of this silage corn. I'll show you. I told you it was making quick work of that silage corn. Isn't it a beautiful day out? Ooh-wee. As you guys have seen, he's going through with that chopper and it's making quick work of these corn stalks. Now what we're happy about is we are seeing a lot of ears inside this corn, and a lot of the ears have nice size. Now the reason why we're happy about these ears being nice size is because it adds a lot of feed value to the silage. Silage is very important to us because one, it adds a lot of energy to the cattle feed, and two, it has great digestibility. And as you've seen, that machine is just grinding down these stalks and shooting them onto the wagon. But one of the most important things that that machine is doing is it's breaking up all of those kernels. When you're feeding corn, a lot of the energy is inside the kernel. For example, if you were to feed whole kernels of corn to cattle, they wouldn't get a lot of the energy out of it because they can't break it open. But what this machine is doing is breaking up all those kernels and distributing it through the entire feed, which makes sure that our animals get the most energy they can out of this silage. Now, a lot of times when people see a cornfield, they'll just say, well, that's a cornfield. But this exact field that we were in was a silage specific variety. Some varieties of corn are better for certain things, and this exact variety we were raising here was better for silage. But everything seems to be going well here, so I'm gonna head back to the farm and make sure they don't need any help. We ran out of inoculant, so we've got to get that filled up while we have a little bit of downtime. Now this inoculant is pretty neat. What it does is it helps to have an even fermentation throughout the whole bag, and it also works to make sure that it doesn't get too hot so you don't have any spoilage. This conveyor, as it's adding silage up into our blower, there's always inoculant that is falling down onto the silage so that we have even distribution. And that even distribution is very important because this bag gets pretty large, and if you don't have even distribution, you're going to have certain problem areas throughout your bag, and you definitely don't want that. Have you been happy with the way things have been going?
Yeah, things have been going real smooth.
Too smooth? Too smooth?
No, it's never.
Okay, good. Now for those of you that have never seen us do this job, this machine is a silage blower. It's hooked up to the PTO on the tractor. Now what's interesting with this is you always want the parking brake pulled on that tractor so that you have a tight pack of silage inside your bag. And you want to make sure it's super tight because that eliminates oxygen. Because if you get any oxygen in here, you can have spoilage. Oh, we just about have our first bag finished off. We like to make sure that we do 2 bags, that way we have plenty of feed throughout the winter. Our second bag is gonna be over in front of the greenhouse, and we're hoping to get finished today. Big milestone, we just got our first bag finished. While we're moving over to the next section, you can see what it kind of looks like inside the machine. This just gets blown into the bag. In this box is the next bag that we need to use, and we have to secure it so that it doesn't just blow completely off.
I don't think they're on yet. Okay.
There's 2 of them that hold the ends on.
Move that up. Move that up. You can just pull them right apart.
For one thing, we want to make sure this bag doesn't get pulled off
A little more, Joel.
while we're pulling the bag, because if this gets pulled off, we're gonna have a lot of problems. We got the bag pulled out and then folded underneath, and then we'll be taking this and putting it against the back of the machine, and that will hold our bag tight so it doesn't pull everything off.
Okay, put it down. Bottom end as far as you can.
It's not difficult to hook the machine back up. You just want to do a lot of checks just to make sure you don't have any issues. We went through another bag of inoculant, so I'm walking over to the shop to grab another one. Hopefully I can carry it all the way. It's a big heavy bag. Since we're filling bag right next to the road, we're trying to keep a close watch on all the cars that are coming. We just want to make sure everything runs smoothly. Someone came to check on our work. Callie, how do we do this afternoon? Do you see Grandpa and Uncle Matt working over there? Say, work harder, boys. Come on, let's get going.
She likes it.
Come here. Come here. Go get Grandpa. Go. You know, I've been debating with myself. Do I just add this to a video? Or do I make it its own video? It's probably gonna be its own video. I might post an extra video, I don't know. I mean, we are the Veggie Boys. Can we post a whole video about silage if we're the Veggie Boys?
It's salad for the cows.
Oh, that works. I saw them just show up with the last wagon of silage, and while we were waiting for them to show up, I went out and I cut some sunflowers. We've been doing this for a really long time. I used to do this back before I was married. I'd cut and sell sunflowers, and they look really, really nice. The names changed over the years. It used to be Andrew Sunflowers, then it was Lauren Sunflowers, then it was Andrew and Lauren Sunflowers. Now we just call them Callie Sunflowers. But now I've got those picked. I've just got to put them in a bucket of water, and then once we get Callie to bed, Lauren will come down here and she will jar them up while I edit. We got a system that works pretty well. They don't need any help over here, so I'm gonna go put everything away in the farm market. We're very happy that we were able to get all of our silage cut and bagged. That's a big deal for us. Matthew spent most of his day just picking anything that the girls needed. From what I saw today, the farm market was busy. I'm sure he was picking tons of stuff. And the farm market's been closed for quite some time. We haven't had an opportunity to put stuff away, so I'm gonna do that right now. Everything is now put away into the cooler. I got the sunflowers put into some water, and now we are done for the day. What are you cooking in here?
What?
What is for dinner tonight?
I'm making ribs.
Ribs? We're having ribs, and what else?
Italian beans with tomatoes.
Italian beans and tomatoes.
And sweet potatoes.
Ooh, sounds good to me. We are all sitting down for dinner now. Sadly, it got a little bit later because we were doing silage and some other things. So Callie is being put to bed right now. But everybody else is out here. We got our ribs, we got everything on the table, so that means it's time to eat. And since it's time to eat, that means this is where we're gonna end the video today. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.